We made it, we made it, we made it, we made it. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023. I'm sorry I'm posting late, but better late than never. What matters is that I am here to talk to you, my subscribers, to talk to you, my viewers. How have you been? I will always ask this. How was your Christmas celebration? Hope you celebrated. Hope you had a swell time. Hope you bonded with your family. Hope you had a joyous time. 2022 was a year. 2022 was a year like... It was quite challenging for me. Exactly a year today, that's January of 2022, we were mourning. We were grieving. I lost my mother-in-law on the 19th of December 2021. So you can imagine our 2 years ago Christmas. It was sorrowful. And we were living in the same house. So you can imagine how that felt for us. For me, my husband, my daughter. It was such a sad Christmas for us. My daughter had a hard time. She had a hard time in school. She was more stubborn. She wasn't concentrating in school. She wasn't paying attention. And she was quite close with her grandmother. And that got me baffled because I didn't know that. As I said, she was 4 years. So I didn't know that a 4-year-old could feel, like could understand what it meant to lose someone. I didn't know that she would understand, but she understood. She was always crying. She was always talking about her grandma, and she was always asking me so many questions that I didn't have the answer to. Like she asked me, "Mom, why didn't God heal grandma? Or why didn't the doctors help grandma? Or why did grandma die? Or why was she sick?" Now I can imagine the mind of a 4-year-old girl asking such questions. It was a lot, you know. So I just kept encouraging her, kept talking to her, I kept trying to cheer her up by telling her that she should be happy because grandma wouldn't want to see her cry. The grandma would want her to be happy so that if she's crying, grandma will be unhappy with her, and that kind of cheered her up. And I just kept hoping and praying that as the days go by, she will be fine, because time, they say, heal all wounds, right? So these days now, when she talks about her grandma, she just smiles, she's happy, because I told her to remember all the fond memories she had with her grandma. As we were still grieving that last year, my husband had a domestic accident. See, it's not sometimes. They say that when the devil wants to strike, it's like he gathers all his weapons. Like, it was a fateful Saturday evening, early weeks in February of last year. I was bleaching palm oil. I wanted to make Yoruba stew. See me now, wahala. I wanted to make something different. Ayamashe sauce, ayamashe stew is very similar to ofada. So I decided to bleach palm oil. Normally, I would not even make that sauce. I would just do my normal tomato and tatashi stew and be going. But I wanted something different. And I decided to bleach palm oil. And as I was bleaching the palm oil, the oil caught fire. I panicked. I started screaming and shouting at my husband's name, and he was sleeping. Just came into the kitchen, saw what was happening. The oil had caught fire, you know. And in that moment of for someone that was awake, he just decided to carry the pot of oil out. Because my whole fear was, let the whole kitchen not catch fire, or let something not explode, you know, gas. You know, so that was a wrong calculation, but as he was trying to do that, I think the flame got higher. The fire touched his face, so he now dropped the pot of oil, and the whole piping hot oil poured on his right foot. Hey, my God, see, I felt very bad. I felt terrible. I just kept blaming myself. I kept blaming myself. Who sent me? If I did not decide to bleach this oil now, all these things would not have happened. Or I would have bought a bleached palm oil. I would have bought a bleached oil, but I didn't even know where to buy. You know, I felt very bad. In all honesty, I felt so bad because the pain, I didn't know that burn injury could be that painful. For 3 months, my husband didn't go to work. he was basically indoors. You know, it was terrible. While we were still dealing with that, there was fuel scarcity in Abuja, and because my husband was not able to go, because he was practically indoors, driving was not possible. His mechanic usually goes to queue for fuel for him every now and then. He drives the car, he knows how to drive. That's why my husband called his mechanic to come and carry the car and go and queue for fuel. This guy went to go and queue for fuel, and on his way to the filling station, he had a terrible accident. Guys, when I mean terrible accident, he had a terrible, ghastly accident. That guy survived was just the grace of God. He had 3 major surgeries. 3 major surgeries. If you see the car was badly damaged. In fact, you won't believe that someone came out of that car alive. That car was so badly damaged that we had to sell it as scrap. So you can imagine when your car is that damaged that there is nothing that will come out of this car. So we just sold it to the people that sell spare parts. But the guy survived, and that was the most important thing. Yes, we lost a car. Cars will come. It's a material thing. Life is the ultimate. This guy was in the hospital for almost 3 months. You know, he had a broken rib, something busted, his intestine. See, it was a lot. All this happened early last year, and then I had health issues. I was always falling ill. I was treating malaria, treating typhoid. My BP was also doing what I don't understand, because I don't have BP on a normal day. But in all of this, we didn't lose anyone. That alone is enough to be grateful, because imagine if that mechanic had died. Do you know how we would have felt if this guy had died? Nobody will be talking about the car. It's about what happened. You know, his people will start asking questions. Who are we to him? You know, see, God is faithful. Even when it seems as if everything is not going as planned, God is very faithful. That was why December last year, the end of 2022, for me to be alive, my family members to be alive, I was just in a state of gratitude. I was happy, and that was why I grooved very well. As you guys can remember, right? I knew how the beginning of 2022 was for me, and seeing the end of 2022 just puts me in a very grateful mood and a very happy mood. So anyway, that's about 2022. Out with the old. 2022 is gone, and we are now in 2023, and I just want to believe God that this year we will encounter no loss. We will not encounter any bad news. We should look forward to a beautiful 2023, and we should just have this positive mindset. We should just be very positive that this year is going to turn out well for us. While we are planning, while we are setting our goals for 2023, while we are planning on the different things we want to do in 2023, let's just try and make God the center of it all. Let him be the head. Let him take control. You know, and then this January, I may not be very active here. I may not upload so much on YouTube, because I'm taking out time to just communicate with my maker. I need to hand over this 2023 to God, and I can only do that with prayers and with little or no distractions. So this is how I want to start my year. It's been a while I fasted in January. It was a ritual for me. When I was single, every January I must do 21 days fast. That was how I started my year. But somehow, I don't know how I stopped doing that when I started giving birth. God, please pardon me, forgive my unfaithfulness. But this January, I want to really spend time with God and just pray, seek his face, trust him for the numerous blessings I'm expecting him to do. So that's about it. This is me wishing you all the best this new year. This new year will bring us closer to our dreams, closer to our aspirations. This new year, new doors will open for us. This new year, God will break protocols for our sake. We just have to trust him completely, surrender to him completely, and watch him do the things no man thought that he could do for us. Okay, so guys, happy new year once again, until I see you next time. And please subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Give this video a massive thumbs up, drop your comments. I would like to read from you. Till I see you next time. Bye.